Hello and welcome to the Gameweek 12 review! I personally apologise if you guys didn't get that many points, because I think I'm stealing them all. Again, an amazing week for me with 84 points. Like, I'm actually the best, but first, let's look at the games. Watford, the last team in all of the top English leagues to finally get a win, way! And somehow, they're not even bottom of the league. But you're telling me, right, Norwich beat Man City. Then Man City beat Watford 8-0. And then Watford beat Norwich when they only had 10 men for a third of the game. Like, what is this league this year? But finally a win for Watford, and remember Pukki? Nah, I don't. Chelsea are managing more shots than an alcoholic with a free bar, but actually struggled to get through, until two players who were barely old enough to drink themselves finished the game off. But a comfortable win, and you know what, Frank lad, fair play to you. Chelsea up to third and looking very sexy. Choo-choo! Sorry, it's the Ashley Barnes train finally arriving. You're only 8 game weeks late, mate. But it kind of annoys me when people get like really frustrated that a player they once had in then goes and scores after they get them out. Like, do you actually expect the player to not score at all ever again? Actually, wait, yeah, Pukki who? Easy win for Burnley though, against a West Ham team that's more of a blowover than their bubbles. Bournemouth, you know what? Let me have a word. You've conceded over 20 shots to Newcastle. Like, are you good, bro? But Newcastle managed to get a win with, of course, their defender scoring. Like, I actually think they should just put 10 of their defenders on the pitch, because out of all 11 goals they've scored in the league this season, 7 of them have been from defenders. Like, do I say what the frick or well done? You know what, just have it. Just have whatever it is. Everton, wait, scoring and winning away from home. What? This is their first away win of the season, but then again, they've actually only had 4 wins this season, so not that impressive, is it? The Liverpool legend Danny Ings equalised before the main Brazilian man Richarlison Dinho scored the winner. Spurs won, Sheffield won, which is very ironic because the only thing that won was VAR. They took almost 4 minutes to decide Lundstram was offside. Like, I get it, he's like so amazing and his crown from being a lord is like slightly off, but that's quite long. And it kind of made quite a few people angry. Like, I honestly think VAR is still good and should still be here when done right. And that was not right at all. I have a solution. Hear me out, guys. Are you ready? Why don't we get a VAR for VAR, so then we can review the review and then check it all. You know, it only take like 6 minutes to make one offside decision. I think it's a perfect system. The next game, we have one top 6 team and Arsenal. But Leicester, almost looking as good as me. Vardy banging so much for fun, he could like genuinely get his own private snaps going. But they look like the real deal right now, so GG. Man United 3-1. Wait. Man United, 3 goals. What? What's going on there? But they did play some nice football during the game. Surprising that, isn't it? Well, they could have actually easily won by like 5 goals. But Martial, the main man, being the key to their goals, apparently. But Rashford can score worldies and can score open goals. Right, enough about trying to get to space. Just give them all to Neves because he can hit the ball like an absolute rocket. But damn, what a goal. An evenish game, but with Wolves just getting the edge and getting the win to win the derby. Liverpool, Man City. Now, something tells me putting Angelino up against Salah is not going to go well. But Liverpool may be fortunate, shall we say, with a few things and decisions that happened. But I think it was kind of a well-deserved win in the end to get them 8 points clear of second. But anything can still happen, but they don't have Gerrard, so I don't think any slip-ups are going to happen. So that's how all the games finished. And for some reason, I've never shown the current table after all the games, so I guess I'll do that now. And this is how it currently looks. Right, it's kind of mad that Liverpool have double the points of Sheffield, who are only in 5th. But then, there are only 4 points between 5th and 16th. Like, the clear difference between the top teams, like Liverpool and that, compared to the bottom teams, you know, with Tottenham down there, is actually mad right now, and it's completely crazy, and I'm loving it. But do you know what else I'm loving more? That's right, it's my immense FPL skill, as my team scored 84 points and looking like this. Now, remember in my preview, I wasn't quite sure what transfers I would make, but big brain IQ over here, I decided to do a -4 point hit for a double transfer of Aguero and Hudson-Odoi to Vardy and Maddison, and yeah boy! My now current rank is into the top 500k. Let me just remind you, 2 weeks ago, I was 2.2 millionth. And now I'm 400 something. Like, what? Like, at this rate, I honestly think, like, give me at least 7 weeks. Number 1 over here. Okay, maybe not, but let me celebrate when I can. This week I chose to play Pope over Ryan, which means I made the right decision choice again. Wait. But also I made the right choice every single time, so how good am I? But the Pope was actually the highest scoring keeper out of anyone this week, getting all the clean sheet, save and bonus points for 9 overall. But surprisingly, Ryan, who didn't have a clean sheet and got minus for conceding at least 2, still got 7 points, which is only 2 less than Pope. Like, how do you do that? Fair play. He made 9 saves, and even though he conceded 3 goals, he got all 3 bonus points. So, Ryan, well freaking done. You did good, but not as good as me and my man Pope. Next up, we have Trent. Like, I think he might be a little bit jealous of Kyle Walker in midweek, because I feel like Trent wanted to go at goalkeeping himself, so he decided to make 2 saves with his arms. Now, VAR, you didn't see anything. Well, apparently doesn't see anything, because not good. But okay, I think the first one probably should have been a penalty, but the second one, definitely not. But again, Liverpool conceding just 1 goal, so no clean sheet, just 2 points. Could have been a lot more. Sayunchu, you are just a sexy god, aren't you? You got 8 points for bossing that defence for a clean sheet and 2 bonus points to get 8 points this week, which also means he's had 28 points in 3 weeks. Like, that's not bad at all from a centre-back from a non-top 6 team, am I right? But Leicester, they're definitely going to finish in top 4, aren't they? They've now got the best defence. Sayunchu is still only 4.8 million. Get him in right now. Actually, no, don't. I want his points. Leave him alone. And finally, the Lord. You know what? He wanted a break. He can't get 21 points every game, can he? I mean, he could, but he didn't want to, alright? That's why. Only 2 points, which is still delicious because he's still the highest scoring defender, but more importantly, he scored more points than all of my bench players. So even though it's only 1 better, it's still 1 more point from the right decision again. Best. Moving on to midfield, we have Mane. He was called a diver, so you know what? He decided to dive and headed the ball into the back of the net for another goal. But when he first scored, he was on track for all 3 bonus. And then Man City scored and, you know, was going down. And then he ended up just getting none, which is actually BBC sad news. But still, 7 points against Man City makes him my man. Next up is De Bruyne. Now, we all know what he did at the start of the season. We all know what he can do. But he didn't do it. Yet again, another blank, and surprisingly like one of my worst performing players. But he was my lowest scoring midfielder, and you know what, I have 5 of them, so it's quite hard. But don't worry, De Bruyne, you ain't going anywhere, boy. You get me those 2 points every week. I'm still proud of you. You can do it. Next is Anthony Martial. Remember when I said I'm not too sure if I brought him in a little too early? 2 assists, 2 bonus, could have been even more, but he ended up getting 10 points. And to me, that doesn't sound like getting him in too early at all. Even though at times you're like, why are you all the way over there when the ball's like right by the goals? But you know what? Doesn't matter. Tony knows what he's doing. Thank you. Then next we have what technically was my -4 hit transfer, and one that wasn't bad at all. Maddison, I'm sorry I doubted you before. If you guys don't remember, I once owed him for 2 weeks where he blanked both of those weeks, and then as soon as I transferred him out, he went and scored. So he decided to repay me with all the faith I've paid him back for getting back in, when he got a goal, bonus points, and you know what? He even spoiled me with a clean sheet point. She's so kind, Maddison. To get him 9 points, which, you know what, going straight in my basket. Well done, lad. Then my final midfielder is Mason Mount. Again, involved in the goals, but no actual goals or assists. At least he didn't get a yellow card this time, I guess. But now he has not had any goals and just 1 assist in 4 games against quite easy opponents as well. So, you know what, it may have to be Captain America's time. Pulisic, get ready. But it's weird to say that Mason Mount is probably one of my worst performing players in my team, and he's not bad, is he? And on to my quite successful transfer, the main banger, it's Jamie Vardy. If you would have told me that downgrading Aguero to Vardy would have been worth it, I'd believe you, because Vardy is doing very well right now. He's in the form of his life. It's like that all of this controversy and this all chaotic thing that happened just made him better. And you know what? I'm all for it. He is the best. Go on. He got a goal and an assist to secure all 3 bonus points, getting 12 in total, doubled to 24 as he's my captain. And finally, we have Abraham, who, you know, I think he's finally convinced me that he can actually score goals in this league. You know, it took him 10 goals to convince me, but you know what? He's finally convinced me. He got 1 goal and 2 bonus this week to get 8 points overall. And he was the most captain player this week. And you know what? It's still great that he scored, because my captain scored more, so I'm better. So there we have it. We ended up with 84 points this week. Again, an amazing week. The thickest, the juiciest green arrow. So since my wildcard 4 weeks ago, I've pretty much nailed every decision, every transfer, and you know what, I'm loving it. I'm very happy with my team right now, and I don't feel like there's any kind of weak links in my team right now. Like, even on my bench, I have some good performing players. So everything's all good. My rank is still growing and growing. Amazing. We've secured the bread. I will be making videos over the international break, so look out for them. And I hope all of your game weeks are going well for you too. So thanks for watching, and remember,
don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now.